makes that sound? Have you ever heard that sound before? What's up, Solid Rock kids? I am so excited to be coming to you virtually today. I am so excited to share a Bible story with you, and feel free to pause this video whenever you'd like if you want to discuss or get materials or follow along. The sound that you heard earlier came from a dove. Dove and pigeons are all part of the same family called Columbidae. Columbidae, something like that. Okay, so these birds, there are over 300 different kinds of doves and pigeons, and they can be found almost anywhere in the world. Today, we're going to be learning about a Bible story where God uses a dove. First, you might be wondering what I'm doing in my kitchen. Well, what do you normally do in a kitchen? Yeah, you eat and you cook. What is your favorite thing to eat in the entire world? Really? Mine's pizza. I love pizza. I could eat pizza every single day. Give me the double pepperoni. I love it. I love pizza. I also really love snacks. All different kinds of snacks. And so today we are going to make a snack to go along with our story. A story snack. And this is going to be called the Ark Party Mix. I wonder what that means. There are a lot of really cool ingredients here. They all look so good. We've got some popcorn. We got some M&Ms, a little bit of marshmallows, some animal crackers, Fruit Loops. Who loves some Fruit Loops? We've got some pretzels that I have been snacking on way too much while I was making this. We have my personal favorite, goldfish. Love goldfish. Have loved goldfish since day one. Love goldfish. Let's get this story started. This story all starts with a man named Noah. Noah was a very good man, and Noah and his family always lived with God in their hearts, and they always tried to do the right thing. So one night, God is talking to Noah, and he's telling Noah, hey, nobody's believing in me anymore. And everybody's doing all of these wrong things, and it's making me very sad. God told Noah that he was going to send a great flood to cover the earth and start over. He was going to have to build a very large boat, or as you may have heard somewhere, an ark. This ark was very unique. It was very long, very wide, very deep, and it had a roof. So it was basically like this really long, tall, big house with 3 stories built so that it could float. Noah and his family were told that they were to live on the ark during the Great Flood. Because this Great Flood was going to cover the entire earth, God told Noah that he was going to have to bring 2 of each kind of animal to live with him and his family on the ark. Noah and his family were told to gather enough food for themselves and the animals for an entire year to live on the ark. Wow, it's a long time to be on a boat. How do you think you would feel if God told you that you were going to build an ark or a big boat and you were going to live there for an entire year? If God told me to do that, I would probably be like, are you sure? Are you sure I'm the right person for this? Because I really love Netflix, and I don't know if I could be on a boat for a whole year. So Noah obeyed God, and he built the ark, and it took him a very long time to build this ark. And a lot of people saw him building the ark, and they didn't really understand why this man was building a boat, a huge boat or ark, on land. Okay, so finally the ark was completed after a very long time. And so we are going to add some pretzels to represent our ark. So let's add some pretzels to the party mix. All right. Looks pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna kind of shake it up in there. All right. Then, after the ark was completed, the animals came aboard. So let's grab some animal crackers. I see some giraffes. I think I see a koala. I see a lion. Let's add our animal crackers to our mix. This already looks pretty good, our Ark party mix. All right, now let's throw in the goldfish. Add in the goldfish to the party mix. All right, got my spoon. I'm gonna kind of do my best to mix up our beginning of our party mix. Ooh, piece of the Ark fell off. Okay, so we're mixed in the party mix. All right, let's get along with the story. Okay, so the door to the Ark was shut and the rain began to fall. And the streams and the rivers rose with more water and the Ark began to float. The rain fell for 40 days. 40 days of rain. I feel like it rains a lot just when it rains like the whole day. So I can't even imagine 40 days of rain. Okay, so after 40 days, the rain does finally stop, but there was so much rain that it's just a big ocean everywhere. All of the water was very deep and it lasted a very, very long time because the rain was so much. So after a while, after the rain stopped, Noah sends a dove, like what we talked about earlier. He sends a dove out of the window to kind of go check to see what's going on. So the dove comes back pretty quickly and Noah knows that it's still not dry enough for them to come off the Ark because the dove did not find a place to rest. So the water was still high. After another week, Noah sent the dove out again to see what was going on, what was the situation, and the dove came back with an olive leaf in its beak. This was telling Noah that enough time had passed for some trees to start growing. So he was very excited, getting ready because he's been on this Ark a long time. He's been stuck with these animals. I mean, you can't imagine, a lot of animals smell all different kinds of ways. Probably felt like a long time on that Ark. So after another week, Noah sends out the dove finally for a third time, and the dove does not come back. So this tells Noah the dove could finally find a place for it to rest, make its home. So Noah knew that the land was dry and it was time to come out of the Ark. How do you think that Noah's family felt after the first 2 times that they sent out the dove? How do you think that his family felt the last time, the 3rd time they sent out the dove? Again, feel free to pause this video at any time and talk with your brother or your sister or your parents about what you think about the story. Once again, Noah is very excited that the dove did not come back, meaning that the dove found a place to rest and the earth was finally drying up. This made Noah very excited and he decided to open the roof and he looked out and saw that there was green and land, and it made him very happy because he had been on the Ark a very, very long time. After that, God told Noah and his family that they were able to come out of the Ark again, and so they came off, they got to stand on land, they brought the animals out, and the earth felt alive again. And Noah and his family were so happy because they were on the Ark a very long time and they were very happy to be able to stand on land again. Noah thanked God for saving his family and promised that he and his family would always do God's will. God then caused a rainbow to appear in the sky and promised that he would never ever cause a great flood to cover the earth ever again. And God told Noah and his family that anytime that they or anybody after them see a rainbow, they would be reminded of this promise. So every time that we see a rainbow, we can be reminded of all of the promises that God makes for us. I love rainbows, and just the other day, maybe like a few months ago, I got to see a rainbow in the sky, and I'll show you a picture right now. I think that rainbows are so pretty, and I love to be reminded of God's promises all the time. So, to represent our rainbow in our Ark party mix, we're going to add some marshmallows to represent the clouds, just a little bit. And now we get to put probably the most fun ingredients. We're gonna add some Fruit Loops that want to spill everywhere. We're going to add some M&Ms, and this looks really good, guys. Just saying. Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to mix it all up, creating a really, really nice Noah's Ark party mix. So Noah obeyed God and trusted in his plan, even if it didn't make sense or it seemed scary. Which brings us to our main point. I will trust God and his promises. Let's say that together. I will trust God and his promises. One more time for dramatic effect. I will trust God and his promises. I want you to think of a promise that God makes in the Bible. Why do you think he'll keep it? You can always use this time to pause the video and talk to your brother or your sister or your parents about these questions. Why is that promise important to you? So for example, a promise that I like that God says in the Bible is do not be afraid. And I know that I don't have to be afraid of anything because God will always be with me. Okay, let's say our main point together. I will trust God and his promises. Sometimes things don't always go according to our plans. Maybe you were excited for a birthday party, or maybe something exciting was coming up and your plans changed or they got canceled, and that made you sad. But the good news is that God's plan will always prosper us, will always bring us success, and it will never harm us. And we can put our hope and our trust in Jesus and trust that he will work everything together for our good. Just like our snack mix, we put a bunch of different ingredients. We put pretzels and M&Ms and Fruit Loops. We combined it all together in one bowl to make an even better snack mix. Which brings us to our memory verse for today. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them." Do you love God? Then everything will work together for your good. Let's say our main point together. I will trust God and his promises. Let's say it again. I will trust God and his promises. Let's close with prayer. Everybody close your eyes and pray with me. God, I pray for every single child and family who watched today. Thank you that we can trust in you and your promises even when we don't understand. Thank you that you always work everything together for our good. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. Maybe you can make your own Ark Party snack mix with the stuff that you have in your kitchen and in your pantry for an upcoming movie night. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content, and always remember to trust in God and his promises for you. We'll see you real soon. Bye!